What's up, YouTube? Thanks for joining me here at Paid to Trade. Today I'm going to be reviewing Take Profit Trader. So, a couple things we're going to be covering are the rules, pricing, payouts, time required to go ahead and move from a challenge account to a funded account, and then assets you can trade, platforms you can use, like the software you can trade with, as well as their customer service. And so I've actually dealt with Take Profit Traders customer service, so I can actually speak to that from experience. So let's go ahead and just hop right in and get started. So we're at their site, takeprofittrader.com. As you can see right now, they're currently offering 50% off. So not sure if that discount will still be there once you see this video. Either way, you can click on the link below in the description that'll bring you to the site, as well as give you a discount when you go ahead and sign up. And as far as I know, it's supposed to give you the greater discount of the two. So whatever is currently being offered, that's what you should be getting. Okay. So they have a comparison chart, and I'm going to go ahead and touch on this, and I can add in my 2 cents too from experience and tell you like how this stacks up against other platforms. So number of trading days required to get to a pro account. So they have a minimum of 10 days. That's pretty good. So you have to trade for at least 10 days before they'll push you into a funded account or allow you to earn a funded account. Other companies, there's one that I can think of that's zero. That's Tick Trader. They have a special account where you can actually get funded same day. Um, but I think that's the only one that's like that. Everything else is at least 7 days to 10 days, but they do definitely go up to at least 60 days, and that's a minimum. And then it can definitely exceed that. Some people, they take their time, getting to a funded account. They just build their strategy while they're taking the challenges in the evaluation phase. And you work on your strategy, you become consistent, and it's a good time to do it too because it's not your money. You're trading with fake money. So you definitely want to perfect your strategy as best as possible before you move into a funded account, because you can definitely have that blown up. So either way, 10 days though, it's a decent amount of time. Now, minimum days until your first withdrawal. They stand out here in that there's 0 days. So once you've achieved a funded account, you can actually request a withdrawal immediately. All right. Other companies do take a while, so it can take up to 60 days. And depending on the nuances, that are with those companies, actually might be longer than 60 days because you have to fulfill a lot of other obligations before you're allowed to submit a request, and it has to be done on a specific date, depending on the company that you're with. But it looks like these guys made it kind of simple. They want you to earn your money, so you pass the account, the challenge account, and they put you in a funded. If you've made your profit, the minimum profit, then boom, you can submit a withdrawal. So pretty cool. Withdrawal process, they say it's immediate. So I mean that sounds great. I actually can't speak from experience on that, but I can tell you that I'm undergoing a challenge right now. So I actually completed the challenge as of today. Today was day 10 for me with Take Profit Trader, and then I'll be able to tell you how it's looking as far as moving to a funded account and how long they take with the withdrawal process. So I'll be posting those videos pretty soon. So feel free to check those out to get some more information about that. Contract limits, test versus pro account. So there's no limits. They let you trade full size, whatever account you're in. So if we look at the accounts real quick, let's say if we just look at this one here, this one says you can have up to 15 contracts. Those are mini contracts or 150 micros. So you can trade full size. You don't have to worry about scaling, like only being able to use like a few contracts and then, that's it. But these guys don't care. Other companies, they do require scaling. So depending on where you're at, what phase you're at, whether it's test account or a funded account, you can only trade X amount of contracts based on your profit, what profit level you're at. So that's important to note. Not that you want to trade full size anyways, because that's a good way to blow up your account. Pro account resets. Here's where I think they really stand out. I don't know of any other company that allows you to reset your funded account. So these guys let you reset up to 3 times. Now their standard reset for a challenge account is $100, but with their pro account, it's not clear as far as what that's going to be. They say it's more than their standard reset fee of 100, but it's less than the balance that you have, the profit that you've made in the account. So I don't know how much less it is. So I really don't know where they stand with that. But like I said, I just switched or I just finished that challenge account, so I'll be able to see the inner workings of a pro account pretty soon, and I'll be posting that in another video. So as far as fees to get to a pro account, they charge a one-time fee of $130. So that's not too bad. It's pretty average across other companies, but other companies also charge roughly that amount on a monthly basis. So, being that it's only a one-time fee, that's not too bad. That's definitely a pro in going with this type of account. As far as the live support, this is pretty standard. You're going to get about this type of support throughout the trading day. They're available during the trading day. But as far as the level of the service, I can tell you that they're quick to respond. They were definitely friendly when I had to ask them some questions and get some stuff taken care of. And they're knowledgeable. So I didn't have to worry about getting the wrong information. Sometimes you get that with some companies, and you can tell like they aren't up to speed on all their own inner workings. But from my experience, these guys have done really well. All right. Now, one thing I want to note here is as far as the number of trading days, it's not spelled out here, but one thing you have to be mindful of with this particular company is that they don't allow you to trade or excuse me, if you have one day that's more than 50% of your total profit, you have to make up for that with the rest of your trading days. Um, so to kind of help spell it out a little bit better, so let's say your target is 9,000, so you're looking for a 9,000 profit target. If one of those, your 10 days you've hit, let's say 4,501, so $4,501, that's more than 50% of your profit target, which means the other days you'll have to make sure that you kind of balance that out. So that one day of 4,501 is not more than 50% of your total amount that you've achieved, the total amount of profit. Okay, so that means you just have to get some extra profit. That's all. And if you can't do that within 10 days, then you're going to start tacking on extra time. All right. But that's basically it. So um, in a nutshell, definitely a lot of pros, more pros than cons, that's for sure. As far as what you can trade, right now it's just futures, but they do have some other things in the works, stocks, forex, and crypto. So definitely something to look forward to. I wouldn't mind getting into some of that. Um, but as far as the plans, so they have plans ranging from 25K up to 150K, and that's the account size. And this is how much you pay for those accounts, from 150 a month to 360 a month. Mind you, right now it's about half off, so you're only talking 75 a month up to 180 a month, and it stays that price while you're still in the challenge account. Now, what you're really buying though, when you get any of these accounts, and be mindful of this, is this right here. You're paying for X amount of daily loss limit and X amount of end of day or trailing drawdown. So a total um, account loss. You can lose a maximum loss up to 4,500 in this particular account. Now, if you get this account here, here's what you're getting: 500 per day total loss, their daily loss, and a total drawdown of 1,500. Okay, so that's what you're really paying for when you look at these accounts. So you're not really paying for this 25,000 to work with, 150,000 to work with. You're looking at this. So definitely be mindful of that. All right, and then a couple other things to note is, let's see, going into a funded account. So things do change a little bit once you're in a funded account. All right, so the question is, are the rules the same? Not necessarily. All right, no trading bots or algos. Watch out for limit ups or limit downs. If you're not sure what that is, you should probably Google that. All right. Um, let's see. Consistency rule, they don't care about. Daily loss limit, that's still there, but there, here, the intraday versus end of day trailing drawdown. So, uh, as of when you're in the challenge account, the drawdown doesn't follow you until the end of the day. So, depending on how much profit you've made at the end of the day, you've closed that profit. Then the next day, your drawdown moves up. It follows that profit that you've incurred. Okay, so if you're up 1,000, your trailing drawdown moves up 1,000, if that makes sense. But once you're in a funded account, the trailing drawdown is calculated intraday, so it's during the day, but it includes profit you've taken and profit you haven't taken. So you have to make sure that you are locking in profit as you go along, or else you really close the gap between where you are and your drawdown because it's constantly following you. I think that's something that's really important to note because without noting that, this may not be the right type of account for you. But I'm not saying that it shouldn't be because other companies do that as well. Now, once you've exceeded your threshold, you're good. So the drawdown follows your account, but it does not exceed your starting balance. So if you go back to here and remember this here, the 4,500 trailing drawdown. Well, if we achieve 4,500 in profit with this particular account, so that brings our balance up to 150 plus this. So that gives us 154,500. The drawdown stops trailing you. So at this point, you just cannot lose anything less than the starting balance of 150,000. That's it. So if you continue to, let's say, make about 2,000 bucks a day, and at the end of the week, you're over 160,000. Well, you have about 10,000 drawdown. You just can't go below the starting balance of 150,000. That's it. So that's important to note. All right. And then news. As far as when you can trade around news, that's not too bad. This is pretty standard. You want to stay away from news trading. Other companies will make you lose your account, or you'll lose your account if you're trading during the news as well. So here you just want to be out, a few minutes before and a few minutes after, and then you can go ahead and hop in and do your trades. All right. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is the Pro Plus account. So this is something new that they offered. Now, mind you, the normal Pro account, the funded account, is of 80-20 split. So you keep 80%, they keep 20%. There's no extra fees required to get into a Pro account or Pro Plus. You just have to achieve 5,000. So once you've made 5,000 profit in your normal funded account, they offer you a chance to go into a Pro Plus account. Once you do that, they remove your daily loss limit. They increase your profit. So now you keep 90% and they only keep 10%. And they get rid of this extra rule here that I didn't touch on. It's the 50 executions rule. So in the regular funded account or Pro account, if you hit 50 trades throughout the day, you can lose your account. But here, they get rid of that, so you don't have to worry about it. All right, and that's basically it. So definitely some other things to look forward to. I like the idea of not having a daily loss limit, especially once your account grows in size. You want to be able to trade past that, So initially, no. Initially, you definitely don't want to be taking trades at risk anywhere near this amount. But imagine you're trading this for 6 months or a year, and you've averaged about 20,000 a month. All right. So let's say you're 6 months in, that's 120,000 extra that you have on your account. So why not take a little bit more risk? At that point, you can still trade 15 contracts. So maybe you start trading some 10 to 15 contract size positions. And you're going to risk a little bit more. But as long as it's the same kind of plan, it makes sense. Now it's probably going to need to be a bit more than that as far as the account size. But I'm kind of spitballing here. Either way, what I'm saying is you don't want to have to worry about the daily loss limit, because having to worry about this means that you can't really scale up as far as the type of trades that you're looking at taking, how long you want to hold the trades, or how much money you want to have invested in the market. Because if you're trading 15 contracts, that's $300. If you're trading the NQ, that's $300 per point, right? So at $300 a point, if you're familiar with the NQ, you know that it moves, 10 points in like half a second. It can definitely move that fast. So then you can virtually blow your account if you were trading anywhere near full size. So that's why you don't do that. But if you had a lot more to work with, now you've turned this into a $400,000 account, I think you do want to, take some bigger trades, so you can continue to grow your account and, still try to grow 1 or 2% per day. And to do that, you need to trade a lot heavier. So you take the same types of trades. Now you're just trading with a higher size. Anyways, so it's important to note, something to look forward to. Not all other companies offer things like that. They're limited. So here they allow you to grow. That's one thing that I think is really key, and it's free. They give it to you for free. You just have to show that you can trade and hit the right targets. Anyways, I hope that helps. I hope that information is useful. Um, Please go ahead and leave some comments or questions below and hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And so I'll see you in my next video.